You know, with a title like Closing Time, it would have been awesome to be able to use that old Semisonic song, Closing Time. You remember that song? Late 90s at the turn of the 2000s. Was that when that was? Sometime in the late 90s. Maybe you think I would know that, but I don't. But that would have been a great song to use here instead of the old usual opening, but I like the usual opening anyway. Hello, Tim from Ski Rex Media. Once again, and this time, last few episodes I've been talking about recapping, the season, and we're going to do more of that as the season continues to grind to a halt. Not to put it too dramatically, because the season doesn't just stop. The season doesn't stop. Like, we just move from the outside winter, snow, spring season to inside plastic hills, so on and so forth, or the places that obviously can be open in the summer. Places like Mount Hood out there in Oregon, they got some stuff going on during the summer. Beartooth Basin out there in Montana, they got some stuff going on in the summer. If you can travel around the world or around your country to higher up elevations where the outside winter and spring season lasts a bit longer. But right now we're in that time period where a lot of places in the northern hemisphere start to close down their seasons. And some places have already closed. March, April, that's about when it goes here in New England. March into April. Sometimes they make it into May here in New England, upstate New York, and so on, but not often, not all the time. Depends on the year, depends on the winter, depends on a mountain. Each specific mountain depends on their snowmaking capacity, their snowmaking abilities. But generally speaking, and I'm not a big fan of general statements, but I guess this one applies, the season's coming to a close. Now, as I said, was talking recapping. We're going to talk recapping. We're going to have some people on. I'm going to try to have some of the fans and friends of Ski Rex Media come on. We're going to talk about their seasons over the next coming weeks, again, as we finish up the 2020-2021 winter spring. And then we'll see what we're doing as we're going into summer. Big Snow American Dream is open. Tech Rob, number one hype man, biggest fan of Ski Rex Media. He's already going back there. He's already got his tickets, his 6-pack. So shout out to Rob when he can get out there and tear that up. Good for him. And anybody else who needs to needs to scratch that ski itch, check it out. Don't be a hater. I know there's a lot of people out there that say that place is stupid and it's just like going to the gym or something dumb. It's not real skiing. They've never even tried indoor. Go try it. It's worth it for a couple hours, I think. I absolutely do. I love it. He loves it. We know other people who love it. So go ahead, check that out if you can, to keep your season going. But for a lot of people, that's not going to happen. Why? Well, it's in New Jersey. Not everybody can just bop on off to New Jersey, I mean, the guys from the Pennsylvania contingent, they can just shoot right over. I can even just shoot straight down if I want to. I have a couple different ways I know by heart because it's on my way to go where I used to live in New Jersey. I can get down there. Then there's plastic hills all over the place. Not all over the place. I only know, actually, all over the place was a stupid thing to say. It's fun. I would never mind if someone called me out and saying something stupid. I don't mind being wrong. Being wrong is fine. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. If I'm wrong and proven wrong, then I've learned something new. There is a positive to being wrong. It's fine. And I just totally said that wrong. I'll call myself out. They're not all over the place, plastic hills. There's like Snowflex down there in Virginia. I keep thinking it's Mount Southington in Connecticut, but until someone announces they're opening their plastic hill in Connecticut, I don't know which one it is. If it's Mohawk, if it's Southington, if it's somewhere else, I don't know. But as we get to these places, there's also grass skiing, which I kind of wish I could check out. That might be out of the Ski Rex Media budget for this summer, but if I can work a few things, we're going to try that. I have a plan in mind. Let's see if I can get it done, though. We'll see. But as we switch gears, not everybody can travel to New Jersey. Not everybody has a plastic hill in their, close by where it's worth traveling. Some people don't like to travel. That's why they live in mountain towns. That's one of the reasons skiing isn't as popular as one might think, is because of the travel time that need to be, taken. Whether it's by car, bus, train, plane, it can be a pain. And if you don't like to travel, then, you're not going to do it unless you live in a mountain town or a place close to like an indoor or a summer place that you can use that's close by. Obviously, people in Connecticut, like I think if it's Mount Southington does have the plastic hill, that's in the greater Waterbury area. And that's a good sized town. It's not as big as Hartford, but it's not far from Hartford on 84. So there you go, things like this. But not everybody can do that, and that's really my point. Leave it to me to take a point and never get to it. The point is not everybody can do it. So as we come down to the end of the general end of the winter and spring, what do you do? Well, you either make the time to travel if you want to. Again, not everybody can do that. I'm definitely not telling you have to do it. But it seems because of that, there's this depression. There's this great depression. It's like summer camp. You spend all this time with these people, getting to know them. Then on the last day, it's all hugs and fist bumps and high fives. And yeah, I'll see you. Yeah, we'll write. Yeah, we'll call and email. Depending on, when I was a volunteer at a summer camp out there in upstate New York, we barely had email. Email was a brand new thing. So it was still handwritten letters, postcards, and phone calls. And it's all well and good, a few tears, and then there's almost like this depression. It's like, wow, that sucks. That's over, even though you're doing other things. And that's really the key, is to do other things. I don't want anybody to be depressed. I don't want anybody to be down. And again, that's just a feeling I have, like, with it. Like, I don't get that, oddly enough, even though I do enjoy mountain sports and winter, well, I'll come back to mountain sports, but snow sports. I do enjoy snow sports, but I do have the alternatives, and I believe in the other alternatives, where some people do not. Some people say nothing will replace skiing, and maybe it won't. Maybe it won't, but that's to each their own. Everybody's a different fan on a different level. Some people are good with doing it in the month of February and, getting the runs they can get, and that's good for them, and they still enjoy it, and that's great. Other people have to be out there once a month, year round. Everybody has to just keep going and never stop. Some people are forced to never stop. Like pro athletes, they get their break and then they're off to South America to do, or Australia, Oceania, down there in the South Pacific, to do the opposite season training, that kind of thing. And again, that's also part, if you're able to travel that far. Who knows what the travel rules are now? I don't know. I know where I know how and where and when I can leave my state and what I have to do to come back. Leaving the country, that's up to you all. Figure that one out. Look it up. I didn't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to the point. The point is, if you aren't able to, and again, circling back around, not being able to just make my point in one straight line, I can walk a straight line. I can't talk a straight line. What we can do, and I'm very much for just staying outside. Just staying outside. Like, I stuck to the ski mountains all last summer, and in other mountains too. I was hiking up mountains. I went up Pico. I went up Killington. I went up Suicide 6. I went up... did I hike up any other ski mountains last year? I don't remember. I don't think so, but I went up Mount Equinox. No, I went up Bromley. I did some of these with friends, some of these by myself. Just stayed out there, man. Mountain biking. Some people say mountain biking doesn't compare, and I agree with that. It doesn't for me, but that's, again, to each their own. You know me. I will never say one is better than the other. It's just different. And you like what you like, and I would never trash you for what you like. But for me, mountain biking, although I do enjoy it, I've never gotten good at it. I can ride. I prefer riding on a road and simple trail riding to mountain biking. Never really got the hang of it, and nowadays, man, some of the stuff these people do, I'm impressed. Like, I'm just like, I can't ride like that. That's awesome. I mean, with practice I could, but not my thing. Not my thing enough to go practice enough. I'll stick to the roads. But even sticking to the roads, that counts. Like, don't let yourself get down because your sport is done. Find a way to stay outside, even if that means camping, climbing, like I said, biking, frisbee, be it disc golf or ultimate. I prefer ultimate, but whatever. I like throwing a disc around. I think it's fun. These are the things we have to do. Don't get down. I think this is another one of those lessons that can be taken to in real life and outside of snow sports, man. Don't get down. Don't let yourself get down, because there are ways around it. And like I said, for us here in the East, there's an indoor facility. Maybe your mountain, wherever you are in the country, has the plastic option. I'm not really sure how many of those are available here in the U.S. I'm not sure how many are available in Canada or even Europe. I know in Europe, the indoor facilities are everywhere, in Asia as well. They're all over the place. But here in the U.S., just over the border in Canada, down in Australia, they're getting one. It's not as big thing, the indoor thing, but it is getting big enough where like there's at least one more going up here in the US and in Virginia. There's the possibility of the one in Miami, also owned by the same facility. It will be similar to the facility in New Jersey at another giant mall. If 555 depends, I don't know how well they're actually doing, because some of the business pages say 555 is about to go under, others say no, they're just fine, and then there's the closest 555 mall to me, which is American Dream, which is Big Snow is, and it's open every day and still getting new businesses, new stores, new names inside it. So what do I know? And then what do the business pages actually know? I don't know, but again, not really the point. Bear with me. Do you realize that these podcast episodes could get done in literally 7 minutes, probably, or less, if I could just stay on track? We're going to try that one time. Maybe we'll try it as a goof. I'll just pick a topic, go at it, 7 minutes, done. We'll see. But, excuse that drink. It's warm in here today, man. It's a nice spring day outside. It's making it warm inside, but I have to have the window closed because you won't be able to hear me if it's open. Anyway, don't let the end of this winter spring get you down, because there's always something to do. Do your best with replacing it. And it doesn't even have to be an outdoor activity. If you want to replace it with painting, do that. If you want to pottery, do that. If you do want to stay outdoors, there's tons of mountain sports, biking, climbing, disc golf. A lot of ski mountains have disc golf now, along with their mountain biking and hiking and just doing, scenic lift rides. Go ahead and buy the day ticket. Get on the lift, go up, walk around the summit for a little while, take some pictures, have lunch, get back on the lift, come down, go home. It can work wonders. And when I say depression, it kind of sounds like I'm being dramatic, but sometimes I don't think that is so dramatic. Like, people get down when the season just comes to a close. When the spring and winter come to a close, they just are bummed out. Like, man, this sucks. I can't ride. I can't ski. I can't do anything. I just sealed up. I put on my last wax and sharpen for the season and put them into storage, and I don't know what I'm doing with myself. And they really get bummed out, man, like wicked bummed out. And I don't want that for anybody. That is never any fun, and I don't want that. So I'm just spitballing ideas. What do you do? Let me know. You can email Ski Rex Media. You can leave it in comments where it's possible. You can use direct messaging on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow on all three. Let me know what you do, because I'm interested. Because like I said, stay in the mountains. That seems to be the most popular answer to that, is to stay in the mountains. Just mountain bike, hiking, climbing, camping, fishing, kayaking or canoeing, paddle sports. Whatever it may be, swimming, just going to the beach. I know that's not really a mountain thing. Well, lake beaches are, or could be, but go to the beach, go to the shore. Why not? Go down the shore, man. You won't catch me hanging around much on the shore these days, but back when I lived in New Jersey, we were over there a lot. Point Pleasant, Seaside, down in Atlantic City, any of the beaches in between, Island Beach State Park, just south of there, down there in Barnegat, by the lighthouse down there. We used to frequent those beaches all the time. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it. And like I said, there's other ways. If you can swing a pair of grass skis, because that's another way. I have seen people beat their depression, and I don't know if it's a good way or not, because they will go online and get the off-season sales, man, and they will load up, buy like pair of skis, 2 pair of skis, get their new jacket, say, yeah, I just bought it all for 50% off, which is awesome. And that's something else we're going to talk about through the summer, probably, is how to save a couple of bucks, how to start saving for the next winter, and where to save that money, and which to buy where and how and whatnot. I don't know. It's not going to be the most comprehensive guide, because it's all very basic, easy information, but I'll try and help you out while helping myself out, of course. But people go on their shopping sprees, and that gets them through. I don't know what it is. Maybe just having the scent of new skis or new bindings or a new jacket or new hats or goggles or gloves or helmets, or new passes, or even the vinyl of stickers of your favorite outlets like me. If you want Ski Rex Media stickers to throw on your car, your computer, your desk, your refrigerator, wherever you want, let me know. All you have to do is write to me in one of the various ways. Look in the description, or use the sticker request form on the Instagram profile link, which takes to a bunch of other links, and the request form is there. Try all that out, see if that works for you, and we'll get you out some stickers when you want them. Help spread that name. Maybe maybe just talking about it will help you. Maybe just listen to me talk about how the fact that it was awesome. Season was decent. I didn't do half as much skiing. I didn't even do quarter as much skiing as I planned on. Thought I was going to be able to do even in the time of COVID-19. And believe it or not, the travel restrictions was only a small part of why I didn't get out as much as I would have liked. Only a small part. And as those are probably going to be gone next season, as I think we're all pretty much in agreement on that. That's going to be done. We're not going to be talking about that. We still talk about it quite a bit because it's everywhere still. Everybody's still doing it. You hear about the vaccines and all this other stuff. Restrictions going up or coming down, or things going up and down, whatever it may be. It's all changing, so we're all still talking about it. But by next season, we probably won't be talking about it as anything more than a memory. Like, remember this last year? If it weren't for that, we would have been able to do this. Well, now we're doing it, and that's what we're all trying to get to. So, in closing, we'll close this out because basically the answer is to not get all down about it, to be able to keep yourself up if you are, because some people, the season closes and they're good and then they just move on to the next thing anyway, and that's what I do. Like I said, for me, I'm hiking trails, I'm riding my bike, I'm playing frisbee, I'm on the road when I can be. Like, summertime is one of the easiest times to road trip. I'm not going to say the best time, but it's because some people, I would travel in the winter, and I have. If you travel from the northeast to the southwest in the fall and winter, you can get all 4 seasons over a couple days. It's kind of awesome. I have done it. I've driven cross country in November and experienced everything from summer, winter, spring, and fall all in one trip. Very interesting, very nice. Pain in the backside a couple times because you're not really prepared. I wasn't really prepared for the winter time part. I only had a coat in, didn't have boots or nothing else in the car, I had sneakers. So whatever. It's just easier to travel in the summer. We all know that. It's easier to go camping in the summer. It's easier to go hiking in the summer. Not saying better, but easier, because some of those winter versions of those activities take extra skill set or extra planning or extra equipment, which means extra money, and that kind of sucks too. And I'm with you. If you're a cheapskate, I'm with you, man. I'll do that too. I'll spend money when I want, when I have to, but I'll go cheap. Absolutely. El Cheapo, man. I'm with that. So don't let yourself get down. Just don't. You can do it. And if you need something to replace skiing, you got to understand that, and I understand that nothing's going to replace it. It's not. If it's your favorite thing to do, it's not going to replace it. But you can bring yourself up by doing some of the other things that are kind of close. Because nothing, like I said, you can't replace it. It can only be kind of close. Even if that means, I don't know. Do what you got to do. Like I've thrown out more than enough examples. I don't want you to feel down. And just remember, the next, the outdoor season starts again in the winter. You just got to push through summer. The end of spring, all of summer, and the beginning of fall. And we know at the end of fall, places start to open back up again. Snow starts to hit. Sometimes you can get out there before Halloween. Typically, most places, not in most places, but in a lot of places, you can get out there by Thanksgiving. Here, American Thanksgiving, for those who are from other countries. Shout out to our Canadian brothers and sisters who have Thanksgiving in October and similar holidays in other countries across the planet. But your time period, what you can do, and when you can do it, and just get out there, man, and try something new if that's what it takes. Be like, what, skiing was great. This past season was kind of bogus, but some of us were able to make not everybody was able to take advantage, which kind of blows. But there were some of us who were still able to get out there with no issue. We're able to stay local because we are local. We can ski local. Not everybody can do that, and I know that's where a lot of people had trouble over this past season. And now you're bummed out because you missed that. Because of that, don't worry about it, man. All you gotta do is stick it out a little bit longer and you'll be good. So get out there, head out to the beach, head out to a hiking trail, head out to a few things, head out to your garden, man. If you have a garden, that even includes city folk. You know, there's plenty of ways to do urban gardening, or so I've seen and read on the internet. I've never tried it. I have the blackest thumb there is. If you ever want to get rid of weeds in your yard, let me come plant some weeds next to the existing weeds. They'll all die. Guaranteed. I can't grow a thing. But it's another way to stay outside and push through. Embrace this season. Embrace, like I always say, embrace the biff, embrace the season, embrace where you are, enjoy it the best you can, knowing that'll be right around the corner. And if you ever need to just talk about it to get it going, come to Ski Rex Media. Watch a past episode of the podcast, read some of the written stuff, look at some of the photos on social media, all that. Look at it, read it, wonder about it, ask questions, start a conversation, call me an idiot if you want. I don't mind. I'll talk that out with you too. It's fine. Right. Don't be depressed about it. We'll make it through. And with that, I will close out. I will let you go since we're about the 20-minute mark, and we'll let you go for the day. Like I always say, follow, subscribe, hit notification buttons where they are applicable, like on YouTube. If you are a follower on IG, the IGTV will always come up as it would as any other post, but I post all the time anyway about when these come out. And, keep an eye on Ski Rex Media because, like I said, we're going to try some new stuff. As it's coming out. New merch shop should be coming out soon. I think I finally made a decision on that. We're going to try and get some folks on the podcast to talk about the season and how that went for them, get a real ground's eye view. I know people usually say bird's eye view, but we're going to get really right down into it and see how people did this year. And we're going to try that. And I'm still deciding, do we need the virtual Opry live streams this year? I don't know. We might just skip that altogether and just do a live show every week instead of the recorded shows here. I don't know. A lot of decisions to make, a lot of things that could be happening. Stand by to Ski Rex Media and we'll see what's what. As I always say, I will see you out there during the season. Hopefully see you down at Big Snow during the summer and fall. Maybe hit one of the plastic places. And like I said, I don't know if we'll pull off the grass skiing idea, but you never can tell. Right. Keep an eye out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. #watching. And I will see you on the next whatever I do, be it written, video, audio, who knows. But we'll see you out there. Laters.